Hello guys, I got a special news video for you, and this video is called Will Rick Grimes Ever Die in the Walking Dead series? So let's read on what people say. Okay, Cleveland, Ohio, it was roughly 3 years ago Robert Kirk, created The Walking Dead, made this statement about his beloved comic book that shook fans to their core. Rick could go at any time, Kirkman told the Daily Dead. I do have plans for him, and I know where his story is going, but I promise that Rick will not survive the entire run of the book. It was one of the boldest statements yet from the comic book writer, who doesn't mind saying whatever's on his mind. But for context, you have to look at when Kirkman gave that statement. It was 2012, in between season 3 and season 4 of AMC's flagship television show. It was also just before The Walking Dead became cable's biggest series. For what it's worth, Kirkman echoed his words that Rick could die during a Reddit AMA last year, but Kirkman's response was more in a joking sense. Absolutely not, Kirkman said when asked if Rick was safe. Let me read that again. Absolutely not, Kirkman said when asked if Rick was safe. Although when I look in Andrew Lincoln's piercing blue eyes, I feel safe. Kirkman is now a major creative force behind both the Walking Dead TV series and the record-setting spin-off Fear of the Walking Dead. Surely he knows that the ramifications of killing off the show's central protagonist. It just doesn't happen in today's television landscape unless you're a show like Game of Thrones, where killing anyone you can is a good business. Okay, where was I? Unless you're a show like Game of Thrones, where you're killing anyone you can in good business. And it's even less likely with such a massive rating success like The Walking Dead. Killing Rick could mean killing the ratings, the t-shirts, the toys, the comic books, conventions, the coffee mugs, so on and so on. Then again, few shows are based on comic books. As die-hard fans know, comic book writers aren't afraid to kill characters, bring them back to life, and kill them again. It's one of the most appealing aspects about the industry. Something that hasn't been lost on the TV show. Killing Rick could mean killing the ratings, t-shirt, blah blah blah. There are a number of characters still alive in the comic book that are dead on the TV show, and vice versa. There are even characters who never existed in the comic book that are among the most popular on the series, like Daryl Dixon. For what it's worth, here's where Rick stands in Kirkman's comic book. He's lost his wife and daughter and numerous friends. He's missing a hand, has battled the ruthless villain Negan, and is currently trying to fight off a group of survivors known as the Whisperers, who wear zombie skin on their faces. Needless to say, Kirkman's comic is a thrill ride, so it's not that shocking to him to have said Rick could go at any time back in 2012. Because that's the nature of the comic book set in the world ruled by the dead. In the Daily Dead interview, Kirkman went on to say Rick would stick around for a long time, but he thought Carl could carry the book. So yeah, as a longtime fan of so yeah, Rick could die anytime in the Walking Dead series. He could die anytime in the comic books. But even if Rick did die, his son could carry on his name. His son would carry on as leader of the group. So yeah, Rick could die at any time. But Kirkman says Rick was going to be around, was going to stick around for a long time. He said he's going to stick around for a long time, but yeah, he could go at any time. So pretty much, he's not going to kill him off. So y'all ain't got nothing to be worried about. Okay? This has been Insane Gamer doing the Walking Dead news. Catch the Walking Dead in October, and I'll see you there.